It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The kicker, Blake Groupie, set to start it. And off we go from just outside our nation's capital. Now an opening has the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw first play with Penix. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon A-Chain. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. That's on the former first-rounder, Rashawn Slater. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4. But it will set up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A gain there of 27 yards. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Achane, running left. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
And he'll be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff. Like, they identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. And
powering forward, he's in. Touchdown, Washington. That touchdown #1 for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Penix. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
We are through 1. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Rookie from Washington on target with that one. It is a first down. Here's Mostert. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. One more time with Mostert.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Velus Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's taken in by Achane. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Mayfield. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On 2nd down, Baker. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That one intercepted. Picked up by Renardo Green. And the Eagles will take over here just past the 30.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Third and 2, and Penix. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To throw is Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Here's Achan. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal. Now Mayfield. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll take it on in. Devon Achan. Touchdown, Commanders.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd down and 9. Throwing is Mayfield. He's got his tight end. That's a Conklin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Baker to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's going to be taken down. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here's a run.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. They send him right out of the slot. Here comes the jet sweep. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. He is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him in the game and 60 on the year.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Commanders come up with it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
That's on the rookie from Notre Dame, Joe Alt. Here's H.A. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Now a shot here, deep middle. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This from an even 50 yards out. Grupe's kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Penix. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. And a lefty Penix on 1st down. Going left side. Then it's taken in by Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his tight end, Kincaid.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front, the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and a yard. We'll try to run it here with Mostert. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. That is caught. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Eagles. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run.
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They give it to Mostert. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down. Once again, it's Achane. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll go right and find his running back. That catch number 40 on the season for him. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's a give to Achane. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. You look middle here, and there's Olave. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Washington.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. A run out of the gun with Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
One final chance for this defense. And here's third down. They'll run with Achane. A gain there of 11. Good for a Commander's first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Sit down. Sit down.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.